Join us on a journey as we delve deep into their enigmatic origins, their alleged secrets, and the enduring world that surround them. The term New World Order, NWO, has been suggesting the existence of a covert and totalitarian world government. A secretive power elite with a globalist agenda is working behind the scenes to attain worldwide dominion. Their ultimate goal is to replace sovereign nation-states with a single authoritarian one-world government. This hypothetical regime would be accompanied by pervasive propaganda promoting the idea that the New World Order represents the pinnacle of human progress throughout history.
Look at the root word, because Arabic has root words, and the root words have primal meanings which indicate where the semantic field is deriving its meaning from. The word dajjala was a word that the Arabs used when a camel had mange. When it was diseased, they would put pitch over it as a treatment. They would put pitch, and they used that word yudajjilu. They would put this pitch over the camel so you didn't see the disease of the camel. Outwardly, the camel would look good because it's been pitched over. You got that idea? This is the Dajjal is he pitches over the sickness and the disease and makes diseases look good. So the idea of the Dajjal is that the Dajjal will come and tell people in the same way that Isa a.s. told them that the next world is what you should work for, the Dajjal would tell them this world is what you should work for. In the same way that Isa a.s. told them that dunya is gharur, it's a delusion and it will delude you. The Dajjal will tell them the next world is a delusion. You see, like the beer commercial, you only live once, so get all the gusto you can. Right? That's a Budweiser. You only live once, you only go around once, so get all the gusto you can. This is the message of this age. It's a message of deep materialism. It is a message telling people they will be happy through buying things. Buy more and be happy. This is a slogan. Be happy. Don't worry, be happy. Right? The smiley face.
What is at stake is more than one small country. It is a big idea, a new world order, where diverse nations are drawn together in common cause to achieve the universal aspirations of mankind: peace and security, freedom, and the rule of law.
So I say we must clean the house of white America of racism. Americans who are in the white majority should be proud to stand up and be heard denouncing the sort of racist rhetoric we heard on that tape, so loudly and clearly denouncing it that our black fellow citizens can hear us. White racism may be black people's burden, but it's white people's problem. We must clean our house.
As we follow their historical trail, we uncover the origins of their rituals, symbols, and influence in shaping modern societies.
And on the back of the dollar bill, there's a seal on this side. It's called the Great Seal of the United States. That's what it's called. It's their seal. Now, behind the seal, this is actually what is behind the Great Seal of the United States, is a pyramid with one eye. Now, the one eye is the sun god, Re. which is where we get the word ray, sun rays. It is the sun god, same Mithraic character, and he shows up again and again. This is the Masonic god of the ray. If you look, you'll see the pyramid is built except for the top. It's built except for the top. The eye is suspended above the top. It hasn't come down yet. Because they believe until they finish the Masonic project, which is the what they say on the bottom, Novus Ordo Seclorum, and then Annuetta Checklist, he is pleased with our project. In other words, the God they believe in is pleased with our project. What is the project? This is the question. What is the project that this God is pleased with? The project is literally the secularization of the world. To completely strip the world from religious beliefs. This is the project, and that is why it is called Novus Ordo Seclorum, a new secular or worldly order. If you translate that into Arabic, it would be a Nizam al-Alami ad-Dunyawi, not al-Jadid. It would be ad-Dunyawi, the new temporal order, the new order of the world.
This is what their goal is: a new worldly order. A worldly order built on illusion, materialism, and worshipping desires instead of Allah. Live the American dream. The land of opportunity and freedom. A materialistic and shallow world filled with worldly pleasures, temptations that you can never really grasp. But through the illusion of the false Messiah, the Antichrist, the Dajjal, you will dedicate your whole life to run after it, to achieve it. To achieve it, you have to become part of the system, also known as the Matrix. You have to serve the system. So the question is, what will you really achieve? The answer is, nothing. And what will that make you?
A lot of people out here, it still amazes me, they believe the government care about them. What the government wants is slaves. Slavery's not gone anywhere, right? So the old school idea of slavery, let's talk about slavery. The government would get slaves, make them work for free, and build things. That's slavery. So they've stopped doing that now. So what do now? They get people, make them build things for money. But the government print all the money. So if a government can create as much as they want of something from thin air, and you'll give up your life for this thing they can create from thin air as much as they want, you are still their slave. That's it. You used to be a slave and you'd work all day, and at the end you got food in the house. Now you work all day, you get money, and you spend all your money on the food and a house. Slavery is still here, my friends. Nothing's changed, right? Nothing's changed. And what they want is they want slaves. They want slaves who are going to comply and pay their taxes. And whatever kind of indoctrination or societal programming they can instill inside of people can keep them doing that, they're going to do. Anything it takes to stop people waking up and realizing, whoa, the government's fucking me here. Let's forget Corona. Let's forget locking us all in our houses and taking our business away. I'm paying how much tax? What? They're helping me how much? If you actually wake up and look around you, you realize you're being destroyed in real time. The idea that government cares about them is a lie. The government is never going to tell you anything that's going to wake you up. The government's going to teach you things that are going to make you subservient and compliant. They're going to tell you all this crap about identifying as a panda and all this other shit is not an accident. When they can convince the average person on the street to pretend that some other person is a panda because they said so, you are fully in the slave mindset. Every single one of us, to some degree, is an empty vessel. We're all programmed. There's no such thing as escaping the slave mind. You must just, to some degree, understand who's programming you and understand if you really want those characteristics. Most people are repeating opinions. I'm saying, where did you get that opinion from? They can't remember where they got it from. They don't know who even told them. They don't know why they so fervently believe in it. They're just told, they're programmed. You need to genuinely analyze your brain, defrag every single opinion you strongly have and identify where it came from and if that person has your best interest at heart. And what they're trying to do, especially with young men, is program them, because we're all empty vessels. And what you have to do as an adult, as a parent, is to program your child stronger than all of society. It's not an easy job. Because all of society, from the YouTube videos to the TV shows to the school, every single thing is trying to program them in one direction. You have to combat that, and that's not an easy job. And if you just sit there and get lazy about it, you will fucking lose. When Rome was losing, all they did was have endless circuses. Keep you distracted from the losing war. The world we live in today, they try very hard to prevent you from creating your reality. You're constantly distracted by everything, and it's hard to focus on nearly anything. And they do that on purpose, because for you to go stand out in the rain and protest, that takes focus. They want you distracted. They want arguments in the household. They want blacks to hate the whites, Republicans hate Democrats. They want us all arguing with each other, for all of us to hate our neighbor, and us all to be so distracted and selfish and self-absorbed that we can't think beyond ourselves.
The Freemasons have been associated with powerful figures throughout history, leading to their involvement in significant events.
All right, brother. You said that you had also Masonic, right?
Well, my career in law enforcement, I actually joined the Brotherhood of Freemasons.
Okay. How'd you get into that?
Man, you know, a lot of cops are involved with that.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's a thing that I'm not saying you must do, but 95% of them do. You know what I mean?
Now, what's the benefit out of it? Like, what's the main purpose? In
Actually,
95.
For me, if you're going to ask me the question, I think it was more like biblical history.
Oh, well, okay.
What intrigued me the most was they talked about King Solomon's temple and the Holy of Holies, and I've always been intrigued by it.
So this actually exists?
Yes, it does. It's the occult. It's nothing to be messing with.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you straight up.
All right.
And there's 3 phases. First shift, I'm out there, doing that type of work first, because you have to go through rituals first. The first phase is the inner apprentice phase. That's phase 1, and you do your rituals. They take you in and they tie a toe to your ankle. Made of
tie a toe.
A toe, yeah, ankle toe. They call it the ankle toe, and it's made out of what do you call it? It's like a harness. It's like a tie. They tie it around your leg, and they raise your pants leg up, and you're there in a suit. And then you go around, you're blindfolded, so you can't really see the actual temple. It's a temple. You got Joaquin and Boaz on one side, the 2 towers, which is the 2 pillars of the Freemasons.
This is like big time.
Oh, it's a ritual.
This is like sacred stuff. Like.
Yeah. But see, the way they cookie cut it is that they only get the ones that are like, I would say the ones that are really interested and the ones that are clean cut.
Right.
All right. And I'm going to add the devil to this too.
Okay.
Because when you're in the world, you're of the devil. Your father, the devil, right?
Right.
When you don't have God on your mind at all times, from when you wake up in the morning to when you go to sleep at night, you're of your father, the devil. And I'm just going to say it like that, but I'm going to be bold and honest, I wasn't in the right state of mind then, I had some marital problems, so I felt like this was an outlet for me to get out and have fellowship.
Who is this?
A poor candidate in a state of darkness comes of his own free will, perfectly prepared, humbly soliciting to be admitted to the mysteries and privileges.
In all cases of danger and distress, in whom do you put your trust?
In God.
How did he find out?
Never to reveal our secrets, under no less a penalty than my throat be cut across, my tongue be torn out by its root, and that I be buried in sand, a cable's length from shore.
So, don't wait for a handout.
So how long did the first phase last?
See, what they do is they bring you into the temple, and they have the secretary, which is a male. We're all males. There's no female Masons here. I know in Europe, I think they do, not here. Unless you're an Eastern Star, that's different.
Okay.
But the Freemasons, you got the Blue Lodge, which is composed of all different nationalities and backgrounds of Masons,
right,
to include different religious sets. Hindu, Muslim, whatever. You could be atheist, they don't care. You could be Satan. You could be a devil worshiper, and they'll bring a devil worshiping Bible, right? That satanic Bible, so you could you take the oath. Yeah, they don't care. See, I didn't know that until I started doing more homework on it. What did I get myself into? But
you ever get that far?
Oh yeah, I became a master Mason.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, if I might be mistaken, but I know some of these rich people, these Hollywood people, they give land, millions of dollars.
Oh yeah, it all depends because those are called dues, right?
Okay.
And you talking about occultic, satanic individuals that work in Hollywood, reverence of money, of people of power. I didn't know all that. Because when you got scales in your eyes, you can only see so much.
Right.
But when God removes those blinds off your eyes, you start seeing who's who for what they are. And not every Masonic lodge. I mean, they all talk about the same, but everybody's different. Because in order for you to be a Shriner, you got to be a Mason. For you to be a Knights Templar, you got to be a Mason. And the more you go up in that pyramid, and the highest you could go is a Rothschild.
Right.
They're the highest of the highest.
Really?
Yeah, they're the satanic children of Satan.
Wow.
They actually sit on the table and they have a special chair for Satan right there. And he comes and talks to these family members, and they're the ones the shaking and bakers, I call it.
Now, this all has to do also with those people who go out into the wood and they burn that wooden owl and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you talking about
those people who go out into the wood and they burn that wooden owl and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, you talking about the Illuminati.
Illuminati, okay. So
right.
This has to do with them.
Oh yeah, you have to be a Freemason to be there. All the presidents were Freemasons.
Okay.
A small portion weren't, but they were Jesuits. This is the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, even the Pope. They don't. I'm going to be honest. They don't actually have to do the whole ritual. They have to watch.
Right.
And because of their power and rank within the church,
but it's still controlled by.
Everything is controlled by the white and black Pope. Yeah. So black and white, which is white and black tiles, is where we have our temple.
That's where you get that.
Yeah, the yin yang. The good versus evil. You got to have one of the balance. And that's the work of the devil. God doesn't work that way. He doesn't manifest that way. That's all the trick. And the money of the world, right? So even the Federal Reserve is not of the United States. It's a separate entity that's ran by the Rothschilds. See, the Rothschilds, they run all that from their house. Wow. And they live out in England. They don't leave that house.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
They don't leave the house.
Why is that? I mean,
because that's where the devil dwells. The devil could only be in one place.
You can't have the devil everywhere. He's limited to his power.
One spot.
Amen.
Well, he'll use his foot soldiers to do other things.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all demons. They're all demon possessed. They're vessels. They're fleshly vessels that are compartmentalized. They're like shattered. They shatter their brains, and it's just like MK Ultra, right? They use MK Ultra to break the minds of people, and then they mold them the way that they want them to go.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Or satanic ritual abuse. That all comes together with the Freemasons.
So their ultimate goal is pretty much to have one world order,
one world religion,
and one world
currency. Yep.
To eventually rule the world.
Rule the world, right?
Which is to usher in also the
Antichrist.
The Antichrist, mark of the beast, and so
Mark
on.
of the beast, right?
So you've seen all this firsthand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, firsthand. I mean, I've seen the rituals. I see where they imitate them trying to kill you. Wow. When you get in your masters, they put you they simulate that they're stabbing you, and they killing you like Tubal Cain.
So in other words, like you almost have to, kind of like the way we have to be reborn.
Yes, they're making a mockery out of baptism.
Right, and it's actually reversed. And you know what? The devil works like that because. Yeah. So if we have to be reborn, they pretty much say you have to
die first.
You have to kill yourself for the devil. Yeah. Wow.
So just like like the satanic baptism, they baptize them in blood and like a cast iron bathtub.
Right.
If you see the videos that you see, like this girl named Rihanna is one of them, that she's done blood sacrifices, and she's done a blood baptism, but they won't show blood in the bathtub, they show water. but it's symbolic. The water, their water is symbolic to blood.
Right.
And they have to get in that bathtub. Even Eminem, you see him on one of those magazines. He's just leaning back, bare-chested, with blood up to his stomach.
Wow.
In a cast iron, bathtub. And that's how they do their rituals. Everything is backwards.
Who's the other guy? I know. There's a lot of them.
A lot of them. Yeah.
Was it Lil Wayne?
Lil Wayne is another. That's the most satanic one around.
Right.
Him,
Yeah.
Little Baby, the one that promotes him. He's a pedophile. He's a fag.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they're all homosexuals. They have to be like the Baphomet. Like is it above?
Baphomet,
Like is it below? You see the Baphomet?
Yes. He
has.
has 4 arms. Something like
Well,
that.
no. That's Hindu. I'm talking about the
Okay.
Baphomet is the god of the Knights Templar.
Okay, I'll post a picture as you're saying this.
Yeah,
I'll post a picture.
it's a goat's face with horns.
Right.
Has breast of a woman and the remaining lower half of man, and then the feet of a goat.
Wow.
So they worship that. That's Lucifer. All right, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
They eat fecal matter. They drink urine. I mean, it's disgusting. I never did that. I never got that high up to do nothing like. But when you're up there and they expose everything to you at the 30th to the 33, you're done. You're selling yourself to the devil at that point.
And then not only that, you're sworn to secrecy.
Yeah, you sworn never to divulge any information, but to always protect and help your fellow brother. That's it. Yeah.
And so that was the first step, and then what was the second?
The second is fellowcraft. That's the second degree, fellowcraft. Same kind of rituals, but it's now you go from raising your pants, like trousers on the right. Now you're gonna do it on the left, and now you got a different ankle toe with a ball.
Man, that's crazy.
And then you blindfolded. They take you, the actual officer. They call them officers, the ushers. I call them ushers. They usher you around, and you got to bow where you have to bow, and you got to, do what you got to do, and they make you face the worshipful master of the east, the worshipful master of the west. This is a specific part in the lodge. It's empty, and that's the north. You never face the north, which it resembles where the Lord is at.
Right.
They say that God is, straight up north, but they don't make you do nothing with that. It's just like senseless rituals, and you want your ego to get through. You're eager to get your ring, your token, or any other, Masonic memorabilia that you could wear. You put it on.
I've met somebody when I was working at the shipyard. Someone who did have a ring.
Yeah, I used to wear a ring all the time.
Okay, so they give you rings.
No, you have to buy it. You have to purchase it yourself, or if you're my brother and I'm giving you a token of my appreciation to you because you already became a master. Right. Well, here's sometimes they'll give you a dime with a compass and square on it.
Wow. Okay.
You know what I mean? Unless you really put it up close to see it, that's a token of appreciation and love from your brother.
Gotcha.
Or they'll probably, well, you know what? We want to buy you your first ring. Or they'll give you a shield to put in your car. You know what I mean? So everybody sees that your brother, leave you alone. You get special privileges, you get pulled over, have a nice day.
Now you will understand the agendas of these individuals, their infiltration into governments, and the reasons behind their enduring infamy and why the world is the way it is. The Illuminati's and the Freemasons' pursuit of a new world order and control over global affairs has captured the imagination of many. So do you still think this is all a conspiracy? Enter the realm of religious prophecy, as we delve into Islamic eschatology and the concept of the Dajjal, the Islamic figure also known as the Antichrist. Who is the Dajjal? A deceitful messiah, otherwise referred to simply as the Dajjal, is an evil figure in Islamic eschatology who will pretend to be the promised messiah and later claim to be God, appearing before the day of judgment.
When the Dajjal comes out, the majority of the people of the world will follow him and believe him. And he said, among them are the Jews, number one. The Jews will follow the Dajjal because the Jews, they didn't believe that Isa alayhi salam really came. Remember, they believe that he's an imposter. Isa alayhi salam, remember in the Quran, Isa, the true Isa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lifted him. They didn't crucify him, nor they killed him. They killed someone else. Now the Jews who became Jews later on, they were the ones in the children of Israel who wanted to kill Isa alayhi salam. And they boasted, they said, we killed him. That's in the Quran. And they became the Jews. And what they're saying right now is, they're saying the true Messiah is yet to come. We are waiting for him. So they didn't believe in the true Isa alayhi salam, and they didn't believe in Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. So who are they waiting for now? They're waiting for Isa to come. Guess who they're going to get? They're going to get the Dajjal. And what will he say? I am Isa. But he's lying.
In this enthralling documentary, we've sought to peel back the layers of mystery surrounding the Freemasons, the Illuminati, and the Jal. They can never hide the truth, but the impact of these enigmatic entities cannot be denied. Do not cloak truth with falsehood nor hide the truth while you realize it. And don't mix the truth with the falsehood or conceal the truth while you know. Join us next time as we embark on another journey to uncover the hidden depths of history and unravel the untold stories that shape our world. Until then, remember to question, explore, and keep seeking the truth. And always turn to Allah for guidance.